Hello everyone, this is Shimmy, back with some more Kerbal Space Program, playing the Sandbox Space Campaign. And if you see in front of you right here, if you are familiar with Kerbal Space Program, this is Kerbal Space Program 0.22. I've upgraded. I'm still playing in Sandbox mode, so not much has changed, but I opted to update to the later version for a few performance updates, just to make sure everything is working okay. If you're seeing this episode, then most likely everything went flawlessly and nothing broke. There's a couple things I did not update. I did update a bunch of the mods to the 0.22 versions, which there weren't many differences in balance or anything like that. However, I did not update Mission Controller to the latest 0.35 version. There are some issues with balance that I was concerned about, so I haven't updated that yet. And also, if you're familiar with Remote Tech, the newer version of Remote Tech came out, which is really exciting. I've tried it out. It's actually, I really wish I could upgrade to that easily, but it's going to be kind of difficult since I used all the older parts. I was aware that would be an issue, so I'm just going to have to deal with it. However, gameplay-wise, it's not going to be very much difference. It's just, at least for the videos, if I were to have upgraded to it, the paths on the screen show a little bit more efficient and all that. However, the antenna and all that, they've been balanced slightly different, so I'd have to redesign my network. And since this is a campaign, I don't want to uproot everything and start over again, or just start changing values all willy-nilly. So anyway, what am I going to be doing today? I am going to start the beginnings of my Kethane mining operation that I have been planning on doing. I hadn't decided originally which moon I was going to do it on, but I've decided I was going to do it on Minmus. Problem is, I don't have any scanning satellites on Minmus. So what I'm going to be doing is sending a satellite to Minmus. I believe I already had one chosen here. Let's see, MinScan here. Let's see here. And this is pretty much the same thing as I used to scan the moon before, and I'm probably going to be doing a very similar mission that I did before. Launching the rocket, just getting there, scanning, and then deorbiting, and just finishing that. So anyway, the only difference is I've decided, instead of putting a robotic mission, or not robot, a robotic controlling device, robotic probe part, the second part, I decided to just deorbit it automatically, using these retro separatrons here. So I believe I should have enough. Delta V in order to get to Minmus, and then I'll just go ahead and do that and see, and I'll pick out a landing site. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. That load took a little bit longer than expected, but that's alright. Also, I'm still using procedural fairings here. I did update to a texture pack by Nathan Kell, I believe is his name. He did some really neat texture packs for the procedural fairings and the stretchy tanks, which I might use in the future. They're pretty neat. But anyway, so that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and launch. Actually, let's see something here. If at all possible, I would like to launch into a similar inclination as Minmus. So if the nodes are where the planes cross, that means at about, I don't know, about right here is where I want us to going down. So let's go ahead and speed time up. And about there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to launch, instead of going directly 90 degrees, I'm going to launch going slightly northward. Anyway, mission controller, same thing here. Cost of the vessel is 34,767. Good number. And here we go. Like always, I will go ahead and zoom forward and just and I'll just show you a sped up version of this launch, assuming everything goes okay. So I'll just go ahead and get to that right now. Alrighty, I'm back here, and I've seen ran into a little bit of a problem. I kind of messed up that ascent, so I didn't actually get into orbit with those two stages. So what I'm going to try and do, just kind of an on-the-fly maneuver here, I'm going to try and complete my orbit circularization by activating the Sepratron boosters when I hit the apoapsis here. I'm not going to be able to control them properly, but you know what? I would like to be able to get into orbit, you know, without using my final stage. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. No, that wasn't enough. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and impart just a little bit of spin here. And see if I can complete this burn. Alrighty. It's a very interesting launch. But now I'm completely off. Let's see. While I'm at it, let's go ahead and extend my panels here. Okay, that satellite's definitely gonna deorbit, which is fine. Hopefully I'll be able to get the recovery funds from it. I've been having some problems with that, not unloading, but I think that was because it wasn't going below the required altitude. I was reading on the forum post about Mission Controller. Anyway, let's go ahead and finally circularize this. Okay, so let's see how well we did. We might, well, you know, I don't know what exactly Minmus inclination is to moon, but I would say that we are closer than normal, so that's good. We're in a closer trajectory or a closer inclination, which is gonna make up for maybe this mess up that I did. So now we just need to plan for the maneuver here. So we kind of want to just do kind of like what we do with the moon here, just kind of pick it about right there, and then just go for it here. Oh, Bit too far. Okay, let's see. That's a little high up. So I'll need to do an inclination change about right here. But that's not gonna tell me how close we are to the thing. Well, well, well. Let's go ahead and see how much of a inclination change burn at low Kerbal orbit is going to cost. It's going to cost 233. That's an amount I don't think I want to spend yet. So, let's just go ahead and... I've done it before, and I'll do it again. Let's just go ahead and wing it. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get this into the right orbit after adjusting it a bit. And actually, what I might want to do, if I wait for a certain period of time for Minmus to go around, then I can... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and speed up time here. Wait for Minmus to go probably around to about here, and I'm going to go ahead and try for this again. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Probably going to cut that out, and I'll see you when I'm ready. Alrighty, I am back. I went ahead and sped up time once, and then I sped up time again, because the first time I didn't do it enough. And I believe at this point, I've got it to the point where it's going to work, hopefully. So, let's go ahead and add our maneuver here, and add our prograde velocity, and see where this gets us. Are we going to get close? Ah, yes! Alrighty. Second time's a charm. That's not really how the saying goes, but today, that's what it is. So that's perfect. We don't even really need to do any sort of adjustment here as to our inclination. I'm going to want to get this into a polar inclination, but I'll set that up when I get closer to the Minmus encounter. So anyway, let's just go ahead and speed time up. I'll go ahead and do the burn. I'll go ahead and fly out there, and you'll probably see me when I'm getting close.